Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only a day. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. If for a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. If for a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't calm down, my head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. If for a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. If for a second I can feel like this, make me feel like this. Shine bright up all night, we're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. On the day we are together again. On the day we are together again. I will pull you in close like a hoop with no end. On the day we are together again. We will share the same table again. We will share the same table again. I will pass you the salt, the candlelight will bend when we share the same table again. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will stop for a snack at the taco truck stand when we walk around the block hand in hand. Someday we will go back to work. Someday we will go back to work. May we be among people who respect our work. Someday we will the healers who keep us alive, and the ones we love who are gone, and the ones we love who are gone. We remember the stories, and we sing the songs for the ones we love who are gone. And on the day we are together.
Well, hello, my beautiful people. How are you doing out there? It's good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere. You chose to be here. I'm thankful for that. Today is January 10th, 2024, 6:36 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hope, first of all, that you guys are good out there. The weather has been fierce in pretty much anywhere in America you can, you know, put your finger on the map, really. So, thank you all so much. While you guys are coming in, please hit that thumbs up button. I would be very much thankful. It is a simple but effective way that we can spread the message for every single victim that deserves justice. It's good to see you all in chat. Thank you all so much for joining me. Joy, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. That is so very generous and kind of you. If you, as one of the 5 that received a membership, give Joy a great big thank you. And members, please welcome the new members in here. Oh, thank you, Linda. It's very kind of you. Thank you all for the kind comments. So, went live as literally as soon as the news broke. I think I was the first one live today on the third arrest in the Matthew Guerrera and Savannah Soto case. And as many of us suspected, it was the stepmother, if you will. Now, Ramon and M is it Mitra? Mi is it Mitra? Is that how you pronounce it? She and Ramon are not married. They're actually not married. We learned in the press conference today. I got the affidavit. We're gonna talk about that. I do have some very, very sad, photos. Myrta? Is it Myrta? Myrta. M is Myrta. Okay. Myrta. Okay. Yeah, they said it could be a common law type. Um, I will go over we will go over that again. Myrta Marlena says. So, it was kind of interesting to because wasn't sure if it was, the stepmother, was it the brother, or was it going to be someone that we had no idea? But it turns out that it was indeed the stepmother. They also said, which was we never knew exactly where this crime happened, and they said it was outside of the home of Christopher, Myrta, and Ramon. Just call her Elbow Lady. Y'all gotta quit. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but listen, her, I don't care, to be quite honest with you, because she literally aided and abetted and helped to carry out someone that was literally a teenager getting ready to have a baby, excited for life. And then Matthew, 22 years old. I mean, like, you're wet behind the ears at 22. You know what I mean? May live differently than you and I. It's not the point. He was a soul, and nobody deserves to be, unalive like that. And a baby who never got to take its first breath of oxygen in this world. Never got to take its first breath. That is a real tragedy, if you ask my opinion. Let me make sure my microphone is set right. 1 second. Okay, yeah, it is perfect. So, just really, really, really sad. Um, where, you know, it's where these crimes happened. We just know that it is close. They said close to the house. Now, this is the house, 5735 Charlie Chan Drive. Um, you know, the way they made it sound, this was somewhere outside of the house. What is interesting to me about this, a couple things. What's interesting is nobody heard a GUN shot. Yes, Marlena. Yes, that baby Fabian. Ugh. Someone was in chat when we were starting out, and they said that they had talked to, was it Matthew's brothers? No crime scene either. Uh, you know, the thing about it is, if it happened outside and it took days anyways, there probably wouldn't be anything left as far as a crime scene anyways. The caliber. So another interesting thing that we learned, it was the stepmother, Myrta, her GUN. Now, think about that for a moment. Did she loan him this GUN, or did he just take it? Did Christopher just take it and brought it back? They had days, literal days, to get rid of that pew pew, and they didn't. Justin, is there a small patch of grassland within a few minutes of the house? Is there? Yeah, Esme, that's what I'm wondering. Did he just borrow it? Or did she say, here it is? Because I 1000% believe that this was premeditated. It In 9 minutes, this from the time Matthew and Savannah rolled up to this house that you see on this screen, everything was done and over. Marlena says, Justin, I swear when the perp walked today, her profile looks just like the one driving the Kia. I took screenshots. Really? You think so? Um, the way that the police said that they were finally able to get enough evidence and photos to see that it was the towel lady. Says it certainly had to be premeditated, and Christopher caught them totally off guard, in my opinion. One thing I'm wondering, y'all, to be quite honest with you, remember Matthew said he was re-upping his supply? Was Christopher supplying something from him for him? We don't know. He said he was re-upping that supply though, didn't he? On his I always forget what that app is called. It's uh I forget what it's called. Yeah, somebody will tell me in chat. Uh I've got it downloaded too. I just always forget it. Um Hey Nick, Telegram. Telegram. I always want to say TransUnion. like the credit bureau TransUnion. I don't know why it's Telegram, and TransUnion always runs through my head for some reason. Uh, so which he planned he would have cash. I don't know. I always want to think TransUnion. I said Telegraph. Yeah, it's Telegraph, Telegram, someone. Uh, But I'm always thinking TransUnion, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say TransUnion, Justin, because I know it's not TransUnion. Uh, Jennifer says Christopher probably lied and said he had such and such, so Matthew came with money. That is a great point, Jennifer. Christopher probably never had that, but robbed him for money he bought to re-up. Very interesting. That could very well be. Now, when, who knows when, I think they have a trial set for 3 months from now, as of now. Now, this is a very high profile case, so it could end up being 2 years from now. Who knows? Uh, Hopefully, it won't take that long, but, in trial, which we will cover from end to end, I actually may even go to San Antonio, visit my family, and cover this trial as well. We'll have to see. But we'll be covering this trial from end to end. Um, Carla says, in my opinion, they had to help Chris with Matthew, putting him in the back seat. Yes, very, very good point. Hey, Betty. Tonight we learned the deal actually happened earlier in the day, which further leads to premeditation. Okay, then I missed something, Betty. What did I miss? Uh, when d- when did it happen? Uh, I must have missed that. The deal happened earlier in the day? So tonight's press conference, was that the one with Myrta? They said it happened earlier in the day? Okay, we'll listen to it. I don't remember them saying that. Hello. Okay. Justin and Jet, they just said a transaction happened. Huh. Hey, Selena. Selena says they Googled the address. Did they actually know each other dealing with a stranger? And Selena, that is another great point, and I've made the same point before. Would I figured like Matthew had his clientele, and you get that feeling because he would always say, "Getting an order in, y'all place your orders." Now, it could be, he could just have sold to anyone. He just may have not cared. I mean, to be quite honest with you, selling on Telegram like that was, social media, and he has a link. on his Insta. So he may have just sold to anyone. To me, that's rather, um, you're being pretty brave doing that. Now, when he would show his Coca-Cola, you know what I'm talking about? He would put just for props, meaning it's not real, it's just for props. It's a way of still being able to put it out there. But um, if he sold to anyone, there's that as well. I really wonder where did this where did this take place? You know, um, did it take place just right here in front of the house? Um, did it take place down here? I don't know. There's a gate or something here, but it just doesn't. And okay, and then I wonder this, y'all. Think about this. Hey Ruby, it happened earlier in the day of the 21st. I thought the mother is Savannah spoke with her that night. Timeline is weird. So the crime itself, it said, hold on. Anna Maria says, no, Justin, it would have been on video. No. Um, you mean the crime itself being on video? Is that what you mean? Drug dealer and probably screwed them. So, this is what is confusing to me. This is what is confusing to me, and I don't get it. So let's say Matthew got out of his car. He was drugged. We know this. The affidavit tells us he had markings on his back, and they put him into INTO the car. Now, let's say Matthew and Christopher are outside the car. Something happens. Matthew is pew-pewed, right? He falls to the ground wherever he is, whether it's beside the car, inside the garage, in the backyard, in the middle of the road. And then he's drugged to the car. What is Savannah going to be doing at that moment? You get what I mean? What is Savannah going to be doing? Like, is she just going to be freaking out? She's got a telephone right there. Was she too scared? Did she freeze in fear? Did Christopher, did Savannah not see the pew pew happen? Maybe she heard it, but she didn't see it. And she sees Christopher coming to the car. He opens the door and then unalives her. Yes, that is true. There was a ring. Yes. Yes. There was a ring camera captured the truck leaving. That is true. Texas, where did you send it? How did you send it? Let me know. Did you send it email or thank you, Betty. Thank you, Betty. 1 second. Hello. Hey. Oh, can you turn me off on your background? Can you turn me off on your background there, honey? Okay. Turn it
Thank you, Rob. I was listening at presser today about that lady that was arrested,
Mm-hmm.
and in the presser, the deputy said that a surveillance showed that the car arrived around 11:50 or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and the sergeant it, and then it showed that the car left, and the father got in the truck, and then the lady got in the truck, and then they left.
Right.
I was wondering if they was the surveillance that would show if Matthew and Savannah ever pulled up like that house
So
through the daytime.
through the daytime, uh we we don't know that to be true. The only thing we know is that the crime did happen around the home, is what they said in the presser today. So,
Well, it said that they said close. She said around the house. Well, could there be a filling station or something close to the home down the road that had a gravel that probably closed around 10 o'clock or something, where they would meet down there, where
I
they would have gravels and stuff. I mean, they said it wasn't at the home, but it was around the home,
yeah, I
which
think they said
could be in
near.
the area of the home,
Correct. Now, the problem
down the
is
road or something.
they entered the GPS,
Okay.
and they entered the GPS to the home. So in my opinion, this happened right outside the home.
Well, I mean, was the record, did he get in the car and leave with them? He had to do that
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
for him to drive the car back because the father didn't say nothing. I mean, we don't know whether the car came back to the daddy left or the car moved or whatever. The surveillance showed it, all of that at night time going on. Looks like the cameras would have showed if their car had pulled up there.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
mean, the surveillance probably from the home or something would show what's coming to the house.
Yeah.
But I mean, and that's what I was wondering. It's something because you look on the videos that other people have been showing at nighttime. Those homes, the road is not no great big highway. The roads between the homes is probably don't even have no lines between them. These
Right.
country roads like that don't even have lines.
Right.
And it looks like, I mean, if anybody would park on there, somebody would see some lights.
Yeah.
I mean, in the daytime, that road was busy at nighttime. Through the
Yeah.
daytime, I say it was busy too. They would see something going on around that house at that time. If Matthew and them was in a fire or anything on the
Mm.
outside of the car.
Right.
I feel like that. I mean, he got in the car and he's done what he done to her. He probably got her first and
Exactly.
then got him, and then pulled him out of the car and drug him on the ground over around the side to where the back door's at, and got him in that car
Right.
and pushed him up in that car. They said she shot him, placed him in the car.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that he was shot after
Right.
they put probably had to be the second time or something because I mean he got him first, or they
Right.
say pulled him out and they fought in.
Right.
But them a fight, the only way he could shot him in the head was when they put him in the back seat.
Sure.
But they didn't say they shot him like that, but they put him in the back seat, so he shot again.
Well, there was
But
only one shot that, was a close range shot from what I understand.
mhm.
So, well,
But
thank
I
you
mean,
so much for calling.
okay,
I appreciate
I'm
you.
glad you let me talk. I've
Uh,
been worried about it.
well,
you
thank you
have a
for
good
watching.
you have a good night,
You
Justin.
too, my
God
dear.
bless you guys.
God bless you,
Bye
honey.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's listen to that. Let's listen to that press conference again and see what they say. I'm going to show y'all the funeral too. Oh, here, let me show you this real quick. Obviously, this is her, and she's got a couple moles, right? And here she is today. You know what? Ozzy Osbourne is going to be ashamed. He's going to be like, take that shirt off. Take it off. Don't ever wear my shirt. You are a disgrace, lady. To Ozzy Osbourne. I love Ozzy. Let me pull this press conference up. Hold on, let's get through this commercial and then I'll pull it. It's a 10-second commercial. Do you see the new yes, we're going to cover the affidavit here in just a minute as well. And then we're going to discuss it. Savannah, okay, hold on one second.
Myrta, did you give Christopher your gun?
She didn't say nothing.
Did you give
today.
Christopher your gun to use in this murder? Are you sorry?
Excuse me, guys.
Did you give Christopher your gun? How can you sleep at night?
That's a woman.
How have you been able to sleep at night?
You know what's interesting? That's Christopher's stepmother, but they kind of look alike. Same hair and everything.
Do you have anything to say to
Like
the
they
family?
wear.
Did you give Christopher your gun? What is
Yes,
your silence
bubble
supposed
bath.
to say?
Yes.
What message is your silence sending?
She's not cooperating at all.
Are you sorry?
Okay, I want to get to this press conference.
Does your silence mean anything? What do you want people to know? What do you want to say to Savannah's mother, Matthew's mother?
Excuse me.
The thing is like
They followed every lead. They were able to get surveillance.
they did not seem worried. They were on camera, right? They were on camera the entire time.
Okay.
They didn't have their car. They didn't have their GUN. Nothing. I don't get it.
Ready? Good afternoon. Thank you for being here. We're going to provide you with an update on the Savannah Soto and Matthew Guetta case. First and foremost, once again, SAPD wants to extend our condolences to the family of Savannah and Matthew. Today, as you saw, we just made another arrest. This is the third arrest in this case. Just to recap, back on December 23rd, Leon Valley PD reported that Savannah and Matthew Guetta were reported missing to their jurisdiction. On December 26th, SAPD officers received a call for a disturbance. When those officers made that location, they discovered the bodies of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guetta. They were found deceased in their vehicle, the Kia Optima, that had also been reported missing. Since then, our homicide unit has done an outstanding job in following this case.
Yes,
they
they did.
followed every lead. They were able to get surveillance video, which led them to these arrests that were made. On January 3rd, we made two arrests, 19-year-old Christopher Preciado and 53-year-old Ramon Preciado. There was a lot of information on social media that there was a third individual involved. Our homicide detectives were aware of that. However, we were looking for enough probable cause to make that arrest and to present the best case forward to the DA's office. Today, that happened. They were able to develop enough evidence to charge 47-year-old Myrta Romanos. That's M.
So just a quick thing here. The other day when they did the press conference, when they arrested Ramon and Christopher, they said, we feel like there's nobody else involved in this. And everyone was started talking, well, what about the towel person? What about the towel person? And I thought they're just not going to go there. They're just not going to go there. And I really think maybe they was, looking into it, but I think the families and the pressure upon the public really made them keep pressing forward.
Myrta Ramanos. She is believed to be, I'm not sure exactly what the relationship is, but maybe a stepmother to Christopher, 19-year-old Christopher. She is being charged with 3 felonies. The first one being alter, destroy, conceal a human corpse, which is a second-degree felony. She's also being charged with abuse of corpse, which is a state jail felony, and a third charge, tampering with evidence. Uh, Through our forensic unit, we were able to develop information from surveillance video that shows Miss Romanos involved the night of the murder. That video surveillance shows her at the home right after the murders, and she was seen on video surveillance leaving in that black truck that we all
Leaving in that black truck. Uh, Thank you so much, Miss Always Right, Ryan. Good to see you. I think they didn't think it would become so big news. They thought it would just go away and be another unsolved case, in my opinion. And to be quite honest with you, you're probably right, because there is a lot of unsolved unalivings in San Antonio. I think there was 9 or 10 I was reading about. I talked about it on the program recently. So they saw her leaving. Now, did they see her leaving from the house, or did they see her leaving from where they parked the Kia,
saw on the surveillance video, and then returning
the
to her
surveillance
home
video? Okay.
with Christopher and Ramon
So they saw her leaving from where they dropped off the car.
in that
Gotcha.
truck. At this time, I'll take any questions that you might have. It was her weapon, right? Excuse me? They matched her weapon to the ballistics. Right. That tampering with evidence, from what we understand, she stated that was her gun. So we do know that that was her weapon. And do they believe
And again, did Christopher say he wanted to use the weapon, or did he just take it? That's no.
I'm not sure exactly where. We haven't released any of that information. I'm not sure what the circumstances were, but we do know she was involved in helping uh, get rid of the evidence concerning those bodies.
On the third, you guys were under the impression that there were only 2 suspects, or had said that there were 2 suspects that were arrested?
No, our homicide detectives were aware early on in the investigation that there wasn't a third person involved. We know that from the video surveillance when there is that towel that's everyone's talked about being thrown. At that time, we just didn't have enough evidence to say that that was Miss Myrta Romanos. But like I said, since then, they've developed enough evidence from surveillance.
So I'm wondering if they obviously saw that towel being thrown. Did they, get stoplight cameras, doorbell cameras, and was able to prove that that was her leaving the crime scene and going to the house, perhaps getting out of the car, or the truck rather, at that time?
Video from the home showing her leaving with the two as she gets into that truck, and then when they return to the home, it's her, Christopher, and Ramon in that truck.
Okay, leaving the home. So they got her leaving the home, and then obviously at the crime scene they showed the towel being thrown, and then her coming back, just, I'm sure, few minutes later, to the home. We're under constant surveillance these days. It doesn't matter where you are. There is cameras everywhere. There is cameras in every one of our pockets at any given time, with our phones, with our cars. A lot of cars record now. Or there's dash cams, there's highway cams, there's surveillance cameras, doorbell cameras, constant. We are constant. Just because we don't think that there's a camera on us doesn't mean there's not a camera on us.
Truck.
Have she called you guys in the past week to come to the house at all? Because I know there's been some reports of vandalism there.
I'm not aware of any of that.
As of right now, are you under the impression there are any more suspects?
At this time, we're confident that there's no more suspects. At this time, we're confident that these were the 3 individuals that were involved in this case.
Do you believe this is connected somehow to a larger crime ring or anything like that?
No, we don't have any information to lead us to believe that. We do know that there was, I guess, a transaction earlier in that night. What happened and transpired was Matthew Guetta and Savannah were killed. I don't.
So you guys still don't know where they.
Hey, Giselle, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships, my love. That is very kind of you. Appreciate it.
Welcome to the family, Giselle.
Hey, we got Lisa on the phone. Hey, Lisa, how are you doing?
I'm good, Justin. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you. What's up?
Good. Listen, I think there was a incident report that came out today.
Yep.
I don't know. I think you might have it. You just might not have shown it yet.
Yep.
But there's an incident report, and on that incident report, it shows the date of, I believe, December 23rd, which was the day Savannah was supposed to be induced. Not that Friday, which is the day they were unalived, but the following day, which was that Saturday, which was the day, and there's a time on there at 15:57. And I believe that might be where people are thinking it was an afternoon thing, because I think that 3:57 time is the time, because the incident report is from, I believe, Leon County, where they were actually reported as missing. The incident report is actually the thing that's filed by the police before the affidavit of arrest.
Okay.
So you do an incident report, like when you first find them, they found them on that day after Christmas. So when they find them on that day after Christmas, there's automatically an incident report that's done.
Right.
That's like the first officer that arrives on scene. My husband was a cop. So, I mean, pretty much all police departments do it the same. I mean, at least I think they do. He's been retired for some time now. But, but I think, and I might be wrong, you might want to check into this, but I believe the incident report is filed prior to the affidavit for arrest, because the affidavit for arrest has to have a probable cause attached to it. Whereas the incident report is just something that the first officer that arrives on scene, they talked about something we did learn today, that they actually broke the window. The first officer that arrived on scene actually broke the window of the Kia to be able to get inside of it before the search warrant came for the actual vehicle. He did that because he thought somebody might still be alive inside. He didn't know.
Wow.
They didn't know when they just first arrived. They didn't know.
Right.
Maybe they thought they were passed out. They knew there were some drug incidents, so they didn't know.
Right.
So anyway, I don't know. I might be wrong too, but I think that 3:57 that's on that incident report for Saturday, I believe that is a Leon County report, and it is of the times that I believe the family reported them missing.
Okay.
Because it goes from Saturday at 3:57, and then the incident report ends on the day they're found, which is December 26th at like 4:00 or something like that, 4:30, something like that.
Okay.
So But anyway,
let me.
I'm a YouTube subscriber, and I love your show.
Oh, thank you.
And I love everything about it. I love your pew pews. I just think you're absolutely fabulous.
Oh, thank you, my dear. I appreciate it. You gotta stay everything's so censored nowadays. It's craziness,
Yeah.
craziness.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it gives it character when you do that.
My pew pews. All right.
Okay, well, back to your members and everybody else. So, all right, have a great night.
Thank you so much for calling.
All right, honey.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, let's see. That's so damn small for y'all. Let me see if I can. All right. So it says an actor. Hold on. Let me just play this. Let me get the bigger version while I do that. Just give me 1 second. And then let me play the big, let me get the bigger version while this plays. Just give me 2 seconds while we listen to this. I wanted to.
No, we don't have any information to lead us to believe that. We do know that there was, I guess, a transaction earlier in that night. What happened and transpired was Matthew Guetta and Savannah were killed. I don't.
So you guys still don't know where they were killed, like if it was at home or somewhere else?
We believe it was in that area, right near their home. How cooperative was she? I know there was a search warrant that was issued a few days ago. There was a search warrant, so they had the authority to go into that home. Today, I don't believe she said much. I don't have that information. Any other questions?
Did she confess today?
She wasn't cooperative today. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
We believe she's a stepmom. Not, yeah.
She's still married to Ramones, or
I don't know if that's a common law or they're living together, but I don't believe they're legally married. But I'm not for sure. She did live. Them three did live in the house together.
So now you guys are identifying as stepmom.
Correct. Okay,
All right, you just heard from San Antonio police on this arrest, the third arrest in the murders of Savannah Soto and Matthew Guerra. They, of course, were found dead in a car on Danny K Drive back on December 26th. They were reported missing a few days before. Savannah, she was expected to give birth that Saturday, or to be induced, I should say, that Saturday, and family just hadn't heard from her. So they called Leon Valley Police and reported her missing. And of course, they found her missing, deceased in a car with Matthew Guerra, her boyfriend. And so like I said, we just heard from police. They just gave us some information. They said that they had executed a search warrant on the Preciado's home, which there are two suspects already arrested. We're talking about Christopher Preciado and Ramon Preciado, and they believe that Myrta is married to Ramon Preciado, the father, and then is the stepmother of Chris Preciado, who is the one who's charged with capital murder in this case. He's the one who police believe did it. They believe that these two, the parents, helped with the murder. They helped clean it up, they say. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, we were just getting some quick updates from police there on the case number.
Okay, so they did. I got the affidavit now. So here we go. How many times is the damn thing open? Okay, here we go. All right, let's read this. Mother trucker. You ready? Jupiter's realm, welcome to the family, my dear. Thank you so much. Members, please welcome our new family member, Jupiter's realm. Thank you so much. Appreciate your membership. All right. Let me see if I can make it bigger for you. Even bigger for you. All right. let me pull down this banner. I'm not going to take calls at the moment. Okay. Here we are. A victim in this case identified as Savannah Nicole Soto, date of birth August 22nd, 2005, referred to as victim 1. Matthew Guerrera, victim 2, October 26, 2001. An actor in the case has been identified as is it Myrta Romanos, date of birth August 7th, 1976, herein referred to as the defendant. Said defendant is further identified in San Antonio Police Department computer as SID 563871. It is the belief of your affiant that the offense of probable cause 3709, tampering with evidence, alter, destroy, conceal human corpse, was committed on or about the 21st day of December 2023 in Bexar County, Texas. Your affiant has probable cause for said belief by reason of the following facts. Now we're getting into the detail. On December 23rd, 2023, Leon Valley Police received a call for the missing persons report 23 LVPD 004618. Family of the missing person stated she was supposed to be induced for the pregnancy and did not show up for the appointment. The family advised that they had not been able to get a hold of the female and stated she was not answering her phone. A check of the hospitals was conducted by the family, and it was found that the female was not at any of the hospitals. It was found that the female lived with her boyfriend. However, the family of the boyfriend advised that they were not able to get in touch with him as well. The family was entered as a missing person by Leon Valley. Further investigation found that the female and her boyfriend were not responding to any phone calls and their whereabouts was unknown. Media broadcast on the news that the story of the missing female and her boyfriend in the media. The boyfriend's car description was broadcast in the media and was said to be a 2013 Kia Optima. On December 26, 2023, a resident at 5903 Danny K Drive messaged the family of the female and advised that they believed the vehicle was parked at 5903 Danny K Drive. The family contacted Leon Valley and drove to the location. Upon Leon Valley Police arrival to the location, Leon Valley Police observed the vehicle. Inside the vehicle was a deceased pregnant female in the front seat and a deceased male in the back seat of the vehicle. San Antonio police were contacted and your affiant made the location. Upon arrival to the location, your affiant observed the vehicle. The vehicle was a 2013 Kia Optima with Texas license plate TRC 9447. Your affiant checked the VIN number, and the VIN number was the same as the VIN number that was broadcast on the news for the missing couple. A check of the information through NCIS TCIC showed the vehicle belonged to the boyfriend of the female. Your affiant observed the front right passenger side of the vehicle. Your affiant observed the deceased pregnant female of the front right passenger seat. Due to your affiant knowledge of the female of a previous murder case from 22 SAPD 22103-639, your affiant recognized that the female of the missing female, the female appeared to have trauma to the head. Your affiant then observed that the back seat of the vehicle. Your affiant observed a deceased male in the back seat of the vehicle. The deceased male resembled the boyfriend to the female. The male had an apparent pew shot wound to the head. It appeared the male had been dragged into the vehicle. Your affiant did not observe any weapon near the male. A search warrant was requested so the entry into the vehicle could be conducted. While waiting on the search warrant, your affiant spoke to the families of the female and the male. It was found that the boyfriend and the female sold narcotics, and it would use their phone through cellular communication as well as social media to sell narcotics. It was also advised that the boyfriend would post money and narcotics on Instagram. It was stated that people wanted to rob the boyfriend, and it was stated that the boyfriend had been pew-pewed at before. The family provided your affiant with the phone number of the female. The female of the male provided your affiant with his phone number as well as Instagram. When the search warrant arrived at the location, a search of the vehicle was conducted. The search found spent shell casings in the vehicle. Casing, rather, in the vehicle. However, there was no weapon recovered in the vehicle. There was an apparent blood transfer on the outside of the vehicle that was not consistent with the boyfriend causing harm to the female. Both the female and the male had pew-pew wounds to the head, and the male also had apparent drag marks on his back. It was believed that the female and the male were unalived at the different location at the vehicle was driven to and recovered location rather. During further investigation, your affiant found the video surveillance at 5903 Danny K. The video surveillance found that on December 21st, 2023, at around 23:59 hours, a Chevrolet Silverado gray driving with its lights off of the vehicle recovered location. The Silverado pulled in the middle of the back parking lot and park the vehicle. The victim's vehicle could be seen approaching the Chevrolet Silverado. The victim's vehicle parked next to the Silverado. A heavy-set male exited the Silverado, and the driver's door of the victim's vehicle opened. The heavy-set male approached the driver of the vehicle's victims and appeared to speak to the driver. The heavy-set male then got a towel from the vehicle and appears to wipe down the outside of the victim's vehicle where he had touched the vehicle. Surveillance video appeared to show a third person throw a towel to a heavy-set male, which led police to believe that a second person was inside the Chevrolet Silverado. The driver of the victim's vehicle exited the vehicle for a brief moment and sat back in the driver's seat. The driver did not match the description of the female victim or the male victim. The Hispanic male got back into the vehicle. The victim's vehicle drove behind the building where the vehicle was found on December 26, 2023. The Silverado followed the victim's vehicle. Approximately 3 minutes later, the Silverado was observed leaving from behind the building where the victim's vehicle was found. The victim's vehicle did not leave the location. It is believed that the victims were already deceased in the vehicle at the time of the vehicle observed. It was also believed that an unknown driver and a heavy-set male observed parked the victim's vehicle at the location and an effort to hide the vehicle. On January 2nd, 2024, your affiant provided one of the victim's cell phones to Detective Knox at the Technical Investigation Unit. On January 3rd, 2024, your affiant received the phone and downloaded from Detective Knox. Your affiant found that the vehicle had recently searched the street of Charlie Chan Drive. Due to your affiant's knowledge of the crime scene area, your affiant was aware that Charlie Chan Drive was just a couple blocks away from the victim's vehicle recovery location. Your affiant was able to discover that the victim's vehicle pinged near Charlie Chan Drive and Cary Grant Drive at around 23:50 hours on the night they went missing. So it literally pinged right there at the on the corner there. They got a pretty precise location, it sounds like. The vehicle did not start moving until 23:54 hours. Okay, so 4 minutes later. The vehicle then traveled to 5903 Danny K Drive, where the victims and the vehicle were discovered on December 26, 2023. Your affiant conducted the computer research and was able to locate a vehicle that looked identical to the suspect's vehicle seen on the camera of the victim's vehicle. Your client did research on the owner of the vehicle and found that the owner of the vehicle matched the description of the male that exited the vehicle on camera. Homicide detectives went to the vehicle's location listed above and found and listed vehicle at the location. While at the residence on Charlie Chan, a person identified as Ramon Preciado reported knowing why SAPD was at the residence. Ramon Preciado informed SAPD detectives to speak with his son, identified as Christopher Preciado. Ramon Preciado and Christopher Preciado was transported to SAPD Homicide to speak with your affiant, while additional SAPD detectives searched the residence on Charlie Chan Drive under the authority of a search warrant. So they did obviously search the home. They did find the GUN or the pew pew. Your affiant spoke with Ramon Preciado. After Ramon Preciado was read his Miranda warning, Ramon Preciado admitted to driving his Chevrolet Silverado to 5903 Danny K Drive, where he met Christopher Preciado. Ramon Preciado identified himself on surveillance video at 5903 Danny K Drive in person, observed exiting the Chevrolet Silverado. He is dumb as hell. They are dumb. They are dumb criminals. Ramon Preciado reported meeting Christopher Preciado at this apartment complex, who was driving another vehicle. The vehicle is the vehicle of Matthew Guerrera and Savannah Soto, were found deceased. Ramon Preciado admitted to assisting Christopher Preciado at 5903 Danny K Drive. Guys, these people are dumb. They're dumb. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that they're dumb, but would have opened the door. Why would law enforcement break the driver's head? We're gonna find out. Pickle Toes grandma. We're gonna see what else this says. I mean, they come to the door and they're like, "Oh, I know why you're here. Oh, you want to talk to my son. You want to talk to my son. Oh, yeah, that was me in that truck. Oh, yeah, that looks like me. Yeah, I helped him out." And just wait for the next paragraph. And I mean, how dumb. Dumb, 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 dumb. I mean, listen, y'all, let me tell you something. If you are innocent, even if you are innocent, ask for a lawyer. Even if you're innocent, ask for an attorney, please. Don't say nothing. A lot of people don't know their rights, though, but I'm certainly glad these people are dumb. All right. Your affiant spoke with Christopher Preciado, and Christopher Preciado was read his Miranda warning. Matthew Preciado and Matthew Guerrera, rather, and Savannah Soto drove to his residence on Charlie Chan Drive to sell Christopher Preciado marijuanas. Christopher Preciado went on to provide the version of events that were inconsistent with evidence collected at the scene and the victim's recovered vehicle. Christopher claimed, which is such bull crap, that the male victim pointed a pew pew at him, and Christopher was able to manipulate the weapon, resulting in the female being pew pewed. Christopher then stated that Christopher then stated that had the weapon pointed at him again, and then he manipulated the weapon again, resulting in the male victim being pew-pewed. That does not even make sense. You would think in 4 days he could have came up something better than that. They were probably too busy celebrating Christmas, though, as they were seen on Facebook. On January 4th, 2024, your affiant spoke with Myrta Romanos. Myrta stated on the night of the incident, she was at the residence of Charlie Chan Drive with Ramon and Christopher. Myrta could not recall the events the night and stated she thought she was sleeping. Myrta denied knowing about the incident and denied being Ramon Preciado's vehicle at 5903 Danny K Drive. So she's saying, oh, she was sleeping. Oh, I wasn't in that vehicle. I think I was sleeping. I'm sorry, 80s chick. That's rough. Right? She thought she was sleeping. Yeah, I must have been sleeping. Right. Further investigation led to surveillance video being recovered at the defendant's residence. In the surveillance video, Myrta could be seen leaving her residence with Ramon Preciado on the night of the incident. Ramon and Myrta entered Ramon's vehicle and departed from their residence. Several minutes later, Ramon's vehicle entered the driveway of the residence. Christopher, Ramon, and Myrta could all be observed exiting the vehicle and entering their residence. The times observed corroborated the timing of events already known and showed by Myrta was with Ramon when he relocated at 5903 Danny K Drive to meet with Christopher. Oh, I think I was sleeping. Oh, wait a minute. We got you exiting a truck, dummy, and throwing a towel, right? With their own ring camera. These people are like, I would have, like, if I was the criminal, I would have tore that damn ring bell off of there in those 4 days. I'm just going to say, right? They kept the gun. They didn't hide their car. They didn't hide their ring cameras. Nothing. Wondering if she was driving the car with the bodies in it. No, she wasn't. She was in the truck. Dang, people. Talk about dumb. Okay. All right, where was that? Okay. So they located them at 5903 Danny to meet with Christopher. So they were all seen exiting and entering the residence. And a few minutes later, okay, your affiant has reason to believe and does believe the said defendant, Myrta Romanos, on or about the 21st day of December 2023 in Bexar County, knowingly concealed a human corpse with the intent to impair is availability as evidence in the investigation is violation of section number 3703 of the Penal Code of the State of Texas. All right. Charging her with felony redacted criminal offense of probable cause 3709, tampering with as evidence, alter, destroy, conceal human corpse in the violation section of 3709 of the Penal Code of the State of Texas, signed I think it's Celsi Ramirez, Bexar County Magistrate. So she's got 3 felonies there, people. It was said the time was okay. So surveillance found that around 23:59. Okay, that was when they got there. What does it say? So it was 23:59, like right at almost right at midnight. They're seen driving on Danny K. So I forget what it said before. Where did it say that? But anyway, it was like just a matter of minutes. Just a matter of minutes. It all came crashing down. Life can change in literally a blink of an eye. A blink of an eye. And not to mention that she kept the freaking GUN, y'all. Like, and not to mention to live like literally a couple blocks away, right? A few blocks away. And you don't think, like, no, these, you could tell they freaked out. Christopher freaked out. They just wanted temporarily, they wasn't thinking long term. They wanted to temporarily just get this out of the way. Get these remains off of my lawn, out of my vicinity, which was just a few blocks away. And that was it. No long-term thinking whatsoever. She kept it like a trophy. Yeah, they kept that. They didn't have their car, right? Didn't take off their doorbell. Said, "Oh, let me help you here. I know why you're here." Uh, made it quite easy for um overall. Um, there she is in her little Ozzy Osbourne. Give me 1 second. But yet, Ramon, he says, fake news, fake news, fake news. That is definitely not fake news. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. It's me, Jen. Thank you so much for your super sticker. I appreciate you. Maurice, oh my God, thank you for gifting 5 memberships, my love. Thank you so much. That is so thoughtful. If you was one of the 5, please thank Maurice, and members, please welcome the new members to the family. Appreciate you, Maurice. Allison, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And Sleuthy TV, good to see you. And thank you so much, both of you, all for your memberships. I really appreciate it. Mermaid channel, thank you. Means tremendously. May have found the towel with the pew pew. You know what? It wouldn't surprise me, Laverne. It would not surprise me. Not at all, Laverne. Yeah, I mean, just the dumbness of these. It's just, it's really, I don't know. But I really want to know if if he was actually the supplier. Was this heating and cooling business more? I mean, they may have done heating and cooling business, right? But was it just a front for other business? You get what I mean? Ramon knew they had their asses. Well, it has to be, guys. This did not happen, in my opinion, for just some marijuana. I don't think this happened for just that. There was something more. Now, Christopher and Matthew had to have some type of dealings before. Maybe Christopher always met Matthew out, but he said, "Hey, run by my house tonight," right? So, JD, thank you so much. Most criminals are dumb. I don't know. I mean, there's some really smart criminals out there, but in today's world, it's getting harder and harder to be, you know, because of DNA, right? It's the golden standard we have right now, and cameras, we have something in our pockets, or we're driving the newer cars. We can tell where you're at all times, whether or not you pay for a subscription. We can tell where you're at, right? Um, Ace, it definitely could have been greed, could have been envy. Um, Now, I have heard, beating through the bush, out of all of this, that Matthew and Christopher did know each other, but also Savannah knew Christopher as well. And she talked to him a lot, allegedly, I'll say, and she kind of felt sorry for him. Regardless, I don't think Matthew ever thought that Christopher would do something like this. He didn't look or seem to play that part, right? But sometimes, guys, I'm telling you, it's the quiet ones you got to work out. You watch out for, rather. It's the quiet ones. Loud people, like, they'll tell you their feelings, but the quiet ones, they suppress that stuff, and it's like, don't even. Um, I did want to show y'all this rather very sad. Of the funeral that had been. Oh, let me show you this real quick. I know that there's a lot of people in San Antonio watching right now, and I wanted to. They put this out earlier. Maybe if I can find it. Bear with me one second. This was issued earlier, and it is a missing juvenile in the area. And see if I can make it bigger for y'all. This his name is Lincoln, Linkin Hernandez, and he is a male, 5'3", 98 pounds, very thin, short and thin, brown eyes, brown hair, light complexion, race white Hispanic. Last date of contact 1/7/2024, 3 days ago. He was missing, last seen at the 8500 block of Timber Wolf. 8500 block Timberwolf. Let me see if I can pull that up as well. Missing person is right-handed, has straight ear top length hair, was last seen wearing black sweats, blue shirt, gray sweats, and white shoes. If you have any information about his whereabouts, missing persons, please contact the San Antonio Police Department Missing Person Unit phone number 210-207-7660. And also, if you are harboring a runaway, a person who commits this offense, he is knowingly harboring a child and is criminally negligent about whether the child is younger than 18 years of age and has escaped from the custody of a peace officer, probation officer, Texas Youth Council, detention, family or facility of children, all of that stuff. And you can be fined up to $4,000 in jail. So take a good look at him, those in San Antonio. And he was found safe. When was he found? They need to update this. Thank God. Okay, thank God. Praise the Lord. Found. Okay, perfect. Thank God. All right, I just wanted to show you all that. Praise the Lord. Pass the ammunition. He's found. Okay. All right, I want to show y'all this. Come on, man. They had her funeral stuff here earlier. It's very, very tragic. I don't know what I did with the damn thing. Wearing an Ozzy Osbourne shirt. She needs to quit that. Give me 1 second. Okay, here it is. I got it now. Yes, thank the Lord. There's so many kids out there now, guys, that's missing. This is from KABB Fox 29. Family and friends paid their respects to Matthew Guerrero Tuesday. The 22-year-old was found, obviously, unalived in the car with Long Garcia. And his headstones. Let me make it bigger for y'all. Showing you guys some of the pictures. They actually were able to have an open casket. Did you notice it said a shell casing was found in the car, meaning only one? Yes, 80 chick. He absolutely, in my opinion, had to be unalive outside of the car because one shell casing, and two, it said he was drug into the car. Will they be buried beside each other? I don't know. That's a good question. I actually don't know that to be true or not. They dragged him into the car, yes. Where was that always blessed? Was that in I can't vote. Was that in San Antonio or Texas? So y'all, listen. 2 separate locations. Okay, thank you. Always late. Good to see you. I was doing research for this case, and this was before we knew who was the unalivers in this case. And I was looking at gang members, right? And you would not believe, I never realized how many pregnant women are unalived. Like, I just didn't realize. Like, it is way more than we think. Justin, was there mentioned why? Because it's my shared Thank you. Hey, Nana, how are you, honey? Good to see you. There is, there is members, G members who, unalive these people, and I even saw a G member who ordered. He was in jail, but he ordered the member to unalive this woman's infant. That is the cruelest thing. That is literally the cruelest thing a human being could do. I'm like, how do people lay their head down at night knowing that they took the breath permanently out of a body? I don't get it. I'll never understand it. I'll never understand it. There's no respect for life anymore. There's no respect for anything anymore. People don't even respect themselves. Everything is about, oh, I need to voice my opinion on this. Oh, I need to tell you how I feel on that. Well, listen, we're not going to like everyone 100% of the time. It's never going to happen. So that's just life. You're not going to like your husband. You're not going to like your wife 100% of the time. It doesn't mean, you go crazy on them. It's just pitiful now. Like, it's sad. Christopher was to inherit his grandfather's house when he turned 21 too. Because I think Matthew, but his guard down. Yeah, I think he had his guard down as well. Yet these G members would scream for help if they were shot. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's, listen, like, I support the police. I support the police. I don't support the bad police, right? Though. So, but I generally support the police because when we're in trouble, they come running, toward the harm. And a lot of people, they're like, I don't like the police, F the police, F the police. Well, you should really like the good police. Now, there's some cracked out ones out there, of course. Yes. Or spiritually, emotionally bankrupt. So, no, I think it reads Christopher will inherit his grandfather's house after his grandfather passes away. Gotcha. You sent me an email. Okay, thank you, Texas. Look at it. Just 1 second. Oh, thank you, Betty. Betty says 1425. 1 second. Okay. Is Betty still here? You sent me a text. Okay, I'll check that 1 second. I got a few texts here. She might not still be here. Where Big Daddy went to Danny K. Christopher lives in the apartment, it says. Yeah, definitely too much evil. Definitely too much evil. Just so sad. We're all going to end up there anyways. If we live 80 to 100 years, it's not long. But, 19, Okay, Texas. Thank you. Stop saying his stepmother. She is his biological mother. Okay. So this is interesting. Okay, first of all, didn't the police say it was his bio or his stepmother today? Am I wrong? Let me know. Okay, let me show you this. Someone just sent me this. Okay. This says, in the event my beloved grandson Christopher Ray Preciado is under the age of 21 years of his time of death, I give, devise, and bequeath his interest in trust to my daughter, Myra Romanos Preciado, as trusted to the benefit of my loved one, Christopher Ray Preciado, until he attains the age of 21 years. The trust hereby created shall be held, administered, and distributed to the following manner to, and then it cuts off. They said it could be a common law. Well, that's what I was saying earlier, Juno. That seems like they kind of look like each other. So mom had until Chris turned 21. So that is his real. The only house Chris is getting is 3 meals, hot and a cot, right? 3 hots and a cot. So there you go. That is Christopher, and they look a lot alike, to be quite honest with you. So they are definitely. All the media's got it wrong. All the media. That's crazy. That's why they did whatever Chris asked. He was the heir to the daddy's money. That was his stepmom. JRL read the will. She's the stepmom to the older son. Got it. That makes sense. Stepmom to the older. That makes sense. That's the bio mother of Christopher. I think she is the second wife. Yes. Yeah, because they got together. I forgot. The oldest brother is not hers, but Christopher. Yes. Okay. So she is the mother to Christopher, but she's the stepmother to the oldest. Christopher's has a half brother. Yeah. It was like, wasn't it like 2013? Yeah, 2013. Something like that is when they moved in together. They look Hawaiian to me. They may be. It is so confusing, T-Love. Yeah, they really are all left up. All left up. Okay. Texas y'all sent me some stuff, so let me pull this up. Judy, thank you so much for the Venmo. It's very sweet of you. I appreciate you. Is that really Christopher? Hold on. Was wondering if you can take a look at this picture to see if this could be Christopher when he was younger. I found it in an account last night, which I'm sending the picture. No, that's not Christopher. It's Savannah Soto post. These people making these fake accounts saying that they're Savannah Soto and everything, y'all going to hell. Y'all are going to hell. Straight up. That's not Christopher, is it? That's not him. It is disgusting. I don't think that's him. Some of those accounts are sickening. They really are Princess. Oh my God. There's a fake account for the victims on social. There's fake accounts. But to be quite honest with you, a lot of people, like you'll notice on YouTube and stuff, there'll be like these accounts from overseas and they'll put like this actor or actress just died just to get views. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing. Yeah. They had been married 13 years. Yep. They sure have. Texas Brat, I didn't get your stuff, my dear. So me and my family will be off to Facebook a little bit. We got threatening. Family waiting for updates. Me and my family will be off of Facebook for a little bit. We got threatening last night, and there were threatening last night. They were talking in jail. That is be eliminating the brothers, and my husband was next. Thank y'all for your support, and we're truly grateful. Family got threatened. The sister left the message in our chat, which opens possibilities that could have been a hit. Cass is the brothers of the wife of Savannah. Oh wow. So is Savannah's family getting threats? Y'all listen. Those poor families, like I was reading a message. It said this. Wasn't sure. So me and my family will be off of Facebook for a little bit. We got threatened last night that they were talking in jail that they will be eliminating the brothers, and my husband was next. Thank y'all for the support and love. We truly are grateful. Cass. Yeah. I mean, yeah, please report him, Maurice. Thank you. That is so scary. That is crazy, y'all. I don't know, man. Like, they've been through enough. Like, I don't know. Like, I would be scared to death. That screams cartel. I don't know, but I always protected my son, but not if he did this. Like Chris, no way. yeah, I mean, you you can protect your kids for a lot of things, but taking people's lives. Oh, I know, Quinny. I know. Trying to, yes, which intimidating them. Get the hell out of Dodge, yeah. It says Cass support for Mrs. Soto, supposedly a group or something. Texas Brat Brat, I didn't get anything from you, my dear. I don't think I did. Let me make sure one more time. Into the affidavit and all that. I don't know. I just hope it's not like forever on this trial and it doesn't lead up for, to take forever. In case you haven't seen, Carlos posted her getting arrested. Oh, let's look at that. I love Carlos. I haven't seen this. Here they are. I don't think there's no volume on it. Wow. That is craziness. You never know. You never know. Here is her arrest thingy today too, by the way. August 7th, 76. She looks really worn down for that age. Felony, state, abuse of a course, tamper evidence, intent to impair, alter, destruct, conceal human corpse. Third degree felony, second degree felony, and felony. That's what it says. So, is there any DRUG connection, like one group selling and one group supplying? I'm confused. Joyce, we all are, to be quite honest with you. We're all kind of confused. I love Carlos. He's such a sweet guy, just a good person. Um, that there's definitely some connection here. I mean, you just don't. Yeah, guys, come on. Let's get 25 more likes. Let's get to 1,000. Come on, come on. Hit that like button. I see there is a car cover on the car that was spray painted now. Mm. Yeah, there has to be. Trust me, you don't kill somebody. I wasn't supposed to say that over some weed. You just don't do that. I was really prayed that all the brothers and Matthew's brothers stay out of trouble. I know. I hope so. Listen, I mean, do it for the parents. God, Savannah's poor mother. Yeah, come on, guys. Let's get 25 more likes. We got it. Thank you, y'all. Appreciate it. You're awesome. There is going to be more from this. Someone wants the cash flow in there. You might be right, Batgirl. You might be right. I think y'all guys okay as long as I don't understand what others. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's all for me this evening. I've been on here almost 2 hours. Thank you, Carla. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining me. I appreciate you. We'll continue to follow this for sure. Why haven't law enforcement impounded the trucks for examination? Didn't they do the truck? Didn't they do the dad's truck? Do it for Tuesday. Children growing up, they deserve a safer environment. Yes, they do. Yeah, I think they did the truck. I don't think they did his car. Thank you, Daily. Good to see you, baby. Give me a call. Okay, you sent it again. All right, let me see. Let me see before I go. Are you emailing it to me? Okay, there we go. I got it right here. Hold on. She says this is going to make us cry. All right, let's see here. I think I have to do it like this when these type of videos play.
Guys, I hope you're well. I am just bringing you some updates on the case of Soto and Matthew Gale. So, for those who don't know, Savannah and Matthew were unalive during a drug deal that went wrong. They were both shot behind the ear, execution style, and left in their vehicle, which was found several days later. So the family of Matthew Soto had an open casket viewing, and his brother, Sabian Anthony, has said that they had been able to lay baby Fabian in the arms of his dad for that viewing. And Savannah's family have said that they wanted to have the baby in Savannah's arms also, and because the baby was full term, they didn't want to leave baby within the room. So both parents in their death have been able to hold their baby. So I'm just sharing some of the images that the family have posted on their social media from their viewing of Matthew. Now, obviously, they haven't posted the actual casket being open, which we would never expect. However, they've shown some of the flowers and pictures, things that they have placed in and around the casket to give Matthew the best send off that they can. As you can see, there was a picture of Savannah and Matthew in with their floral arrangements. And you can see that they have decided to bury Matthew in a silver casket, and he has a little monkey with #1dad on there.
Oh, that's very sweet. Very, very sweet. Thank you, Carla. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you. I might be live later on my other channel, Clutch Them Pearls, if you want to join me over there. It's my channel where I do everything else. Anything and everything else over there. If you want to join me, it's called Clutch Them Pearls. Hopefully I'll see you guys over there. God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you guys real soon, Lord willing. Good night.